Welcome to the warm-up exercise for the Why Am I podcast called The Fantasy Restaurant. In here, my guests get to pick their favorite drink, appetizer, main, side, and dessert, and quite literally, anything goes. So Jayce took full advantage of the restaurant. I usually make people pick one thing in each section, but to be honest, I just didn't have the heart to slow him down. So he chose no less than 4 items for almost every section. This means this meal is quite fascinating and long. And he's promised the next time I go to LA that he's going to, curate a specific meal for my partner and I. So I'm looking forward to that. At any rate, I hope you enjoy this truly awesome meal with Jayce. Jayce, thank you for joining me in the Fantasy Restaurant today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I am Greg. I'm your waiter. And this is going to be an experience unlike you've ever had before. That makes it sound creepy. I'm sorry. This is going to be a different kind of dining experience. So in here, this is a meal that is composed of, it could be something you had as a kid that your mom made or your grandma, or maybe this is something you bake today. Maybe this comes from your favorite restaurant now or from your favorite movie or fantasy novel. This literally has to make no sense except to you. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, rock and roll, man. So let's start at the start. What are we gonna have to drink?
Okay, so can this be like I have a clarifying question just because I'm ADD and OCD, so I gotta get some details. Can it be like a death row meal, sort of like where I get everything that I like, or does it have to be just like one specific thing?
It could be literally whatever you want. I had somebody make a meal one time of everything they were allergic to that would kill them. So it's genuinely. Okay. Whatever you want this to be.
I'm allergic to tomatoes, but I don't want that. Okay, so for my drink, let's see. I would say I want some sparkling water on the table.
Sparkling.
I'll probably have a cocktail. Probably like a mezcal Negroni. That's usually my go-to when I go out to eat. I love Negronis. I think, let's see, what would be like another beverage that I would have too? Probably just like a milkshake. I think
the milkshake, dude. Yeah, started out strong.
I'm lactose intolerant, but I don't care. I just choose to ignore it.
Well, we could do the lactate stuff in there.
No, don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Oh, my bad.
No, I want the real deal.
Gotcha. You want an experience after the meal as well.
Yes, yeah. I want everyone else to suffer too.
100%. Well, it's going to be an interesting ride back home with you, apparently. What kind of milkshake? Are we talking vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, something in between?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like, just like a classic vanilla milkshake, maybe a little malt powder in there or something. But there's not really a milkshake that I'll turn away.
Oh yeah. I've had milkshakes that weren't the greatest, but they're still pretty good. But I love some malt in a milkshake. Like that's it's so funny how that little bitty thing makes such a big difference, right?
It really does. It does. It takes it over the top for me. I don't know. It brings back the nostalgia and the feels too. So.
Oh, for sure. Are you whipped cream on top or not?
I could take it or leave it. Honestly, I don't really need the whipped cream, and for me, it's like it's just the added dairy, as I'm already just sucking down an entire milkshake. So, but usually I'll be like, I'll have a milkshake, but hold the whipped cream, because that ought to do it. It's like getting like a half Coke, half Diet Coke. I'm like, I'm gonna have the full sugar, but maybe I'll just water it down with half. I don't actually do that, but I'm good on the whipped cream. To be honest,
All right. You know what? To me, it always feels like it's like, what's the point? I guess it's like putting garnish on a plate, like some little green stuff that you're just gonna throw away. It's like, it looks neat, but
I don't need that. I'll take the cherry, but I don't need the whipped cream.
Dude, that's exactly what I was thinking too. It was like I always immediately eat the cherry, and then sometimes I'll just scrape the whipped cream off. It's like, what's the point? Why am I wasting calories on this? You know what I mean?
Or I'll just suck it down, and then it's just the whipped cream left at the bottom of the glass.
Yeah, just sitting there, like the cheese that stands alone. All right, so we're doing sparkling water. Are you like heavy ice, light ice? Where are you at on that?
No ice.
No ice?
No, I don't like ice. I don't want ice in my water. I don't want ice in my drinks. Like, or for a soda, if I'm having root beer, is like, why did I not say root beer? Root beer is my favorite soda, or pop, as we say in Michigan.
Pop.
Good old pop. I love root beer. I'm a connoisseur of root beer for sure.
All right, well, what flavor are you gonna go with?
Or like what brand?
Yeah.
Of root beer. A&W is always classic, but I like a nice creamy, like Henry Weinhardt's is good too. I like Barks because it's got bite. But it can't be like the one in the fountain. It has to be in like a glass bottle or a can.
Glass bottle.
It actually has caffeine. Like if you get it in the fountain, it doesn't have caffeine. Just anything but mug root beer, I think, and I'm good. I mean, I'll drink mug root beer, but I just don't like it.
I gotcha. Are you doing that in like the big frosted glass? Is that how you want it presented?
Oh yeah. I mean, in this scenario, I don't see why not.
100%, right? You they say you eat with your eyes first, right? So let's get it. All right. Well, we've got 4 drinks here.
4 beverages.
So you're double fisting it in.
I'm hydrated. I'm hydrated.
Right, yeah. No worries there, man. All right. So now we're gonna hit the part I usually enjoy the most, which is the appetizer section. I feel a little more adventurous, a little bit more wild.
Okay.
Let my freak flag fly. What are you going for?
Okay. I love all things prosciutto. I like like prosciutto and melon. I think that is such a good little appetizer, especially in the summer. I love that combination. We do a dish at the restaurant that I work at called ama ebi and papillote, which is sweet shrimp or langoustine wrapped with fruit de brick and a little Thai basil, and they flash fry it. It's like the best shrimp tempura you've ever had in your life. I love that one. And then I love sushi too. So I'd like to, like at Sugarfish, I don't know if you've ever been to Sugarfish before, but they start you with this little tuna, like sort of tuna tartare. No, it's not tartare, I guess. It's just like little bits of tuna that's in a citrus ponzu. Ooh. That is, it's so good. It's so good. I love that. So yeah, I think that'd be my 3 appetizers. I'm sure there's so many I'm omitting. I'm obsessed with food. I've worked in food for like 20 some years. So I like to eat everything.
Oh man.
Hard to narrow it down, man.
It is so hard. It is so hard. And like, to me, it's like, they say love is the universal language. Not to me. Like to me, it's food. Like food. I've never had a bad meal where I'm like eating with somebody else that's interesting. Like the food may not be that great, but like to me, like the meal is
the company is good. Okay,
yeah, I always love it. It's something about that combo. Yeah. All right. So you said prosciutto and melon. We're doing the sugarfish, tuna, and citrus. And then what was the third thing?
It's ama ebi, AMAEBI, and papillote. It's PAPIOLLOT, something like that. Papillote. You have to double check the spelling for me, but
yeah. ama ebi and papillote. All right. I'll do it phonetically. They know what's going on in the kitchen. Don't worry. Trust me. Yeah, they had this locked down. All right. So now we hit that weird interstitial period between the appetizer and the main. I like to call the bread/soup/salad portion. You doing anything in there? You doing everything?
Oh, what's I'm doing a beet salad. I love beets.
Beet salad, man, dude, you are coming up with some stuff nobody has ever said on this show.
That's what I'm here for, man. Oh, Greg, I'm here to just keep it weird. You said let that freak flag fly. I'm flying it.
A beet salad. So, like, what does a beet salad consist of? Is it like just sliced beet?
So yeah, usually they'll do like maybe marinated them in something, compressed beets, maybe like in a little bit of like a citrus vinaigrette or something, and like the one that comes to mind for me, I had this broken beet salad at a restaurant in San Francisco years ago, and it had Dungeness crab with like a little, what was the puree on the base? It's like a miso puree. It gives it like a little sweetness. And then there was Pop Rocks. Like they made Pop Rocks in-house. So you would like take a bite and it's like you get the Pop Rocks going with the beet and this little miso and the Dungeness crab. It sounds crazy, but it's like the best freaking beet salad I've ever had.
That's bananas, dude. Talk about an experience. Like, that's not just a food, that's an experience. That's insane.
That's Michelin star cuisine right there, man. It's like, it's on another level for sure. So yeah, I think that would be like my little, and then I love French onion soup. So I guess I just got to do a beet salad and French onion soup with just an insane amount of cheese for my lactose intolerance over the top. Again, like I said, I'm from the Midwest, so I just ignore that my body doesn't do well with dairy because I was raised on it,
Yeah, you have to. It's a sense of national pride there. All right, so for judges, are you going to do kind of a bread to go with any of that, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my wife's bread. She makes this like little crusty bread in the Dutch oven, and sometimes she'll shave cheese into it or shred cheese into it and make this little cheesy bread. and she just makes it from scratch. I'm so spoiled. She makes it all the time. It's amazing. We just had it yesterday, actually. So that I think my bread course would be from Lindsay, my wife, definitely.
All right, so Lindsay bread. That's what I'm going to call that.
Lindsay bread. Yep.
Lindsay bread. All right, so are you doing like a butter, like a room temp butter, salted butter, garlic butter? Whipped butter? What are you doing?
I'm doing some Vermont butter, which is it's a French high milk fat butter with a little bit of Maldon salt over the top. Definitely.
My guy, dude, you are a food nerd.
Big time, man. I'm the trainer for a high-end steakhouse, and I've worked for that company for 14 years. So food is my life. Outside of being an actor, like food is my number one passion.
Dude, I dig it. Dude, you're preaching to the choir over here. All right, well, we've hit, arguably this is the most fascinating meal I've seen anybody put together, and maybe the one I want to sample the most. So I'm super curious what you're going for on the mains. What does that look like?
Okay, so as soon as you said like something from your past or from your grandma, my grandma passed away, like 6-7 years ago, and she made the best lasagna. When I was a kid, like anyone they'd be like, hey, what's your favorite food? Is it, kids were like pizza, hamburgers, French fries. Mine was always lasagna from my grandma and my Aunt Sue's ribs. My Aunt Sue has also passed away, so I want those two dishes. Like I've had just as good of ribs and I've had just as good of lasagna, if not better. But the nostalgia and the memories that I get and just like tasting the love that they put in their food, I miss those things so much. And now my daughter Emma, like her favorite food in the world is riblets, like these little riblets, just like miniature version of ribs that we get from either Din Tai Fung or like this little Vietnamese place we like. And then she loves soup dumplings. And that's become like one of my new favorite foods too. So I'd probably have some xiaolong bao as well from Din Tai Fung. And oh man, I eat out entirely too much. Like I'd probably have to get some panang nua curry from Night Market here in Silver Lake with some fried roti bread. I'm treating this like full on death row meal. Like I'm just eating until it hurts. And then there'd have to be probably some ramen, some tonkatsu ramen, and just a full omakase tasting of sushi. Just a full on trust the chef omakase.
Still, this guy is still going. How much time we got left, guys?
Yeah. You said 10 minutes. I'm like, just on entrees, or is that's the entire experience?
Well, when I hear somebody talk about a meal that they've had from their childhood, like something that always pops to mind is like, would you imagine yourself eating grandma's lasagna? Like in your head, where are you? Can you still see yourself like sitting in grandma's kitchen?
Oh yeah, I'm in grandma's kitchen, or we're in the living room where it was like such a gendered upbringing for me. Like the women were in the kitchen, the men were in the living room watching football. So for me, it's like I'm there. We're watching the Lions hopefully win on Thanksgiving. and for some reason there's lasagna instead of all the traditional Thanksgiving food. So just to be in my grandma's house, feeling the love, and having her she's a food pusher. She was a food pusher. She just like anytime you were like, no, I'm full, I'm good. Like I ate today. She's like, no, let me make you a plate. And she would just like, her portion sizes were just absolutely insane. She had 7 kids, so she always just cooked for an army.
Yes,
so
dude.
You never went hungry at grandma's, man.
That was like my Aunt Hager. It didn't matter if you showed up at like 10 at night. She's like, can I make you something? Like,
what was her name? Your aunt?
Hager.
Hager?
Yeah, Hager. It's an odd name.
Okay.
But yeah, very odd name.
Like Hagar from Final Fight. I don't know if you remember that game.
For sure, man. I remember that.
The big dude with the muscles, right?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
I'm aging myself with
your Rain Man showing already. My goodness. But no. Like I dig it. Like that's how she. That was one of her love languages, was feeding people. Yeah, and so I know what you mean. Like, and she would always make enough, for a small battalion. I don't know about an entire army, but
at least a regiment. At least, yeah,
right, at minimum. All right, well, that's a lot of stuff. I usually ask, what are you going to have as a side with this? But I kind of feel like all of this kind of it. I don't know, man.
It's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's kind
of like tapas, I guess. Like because you can't eat every bit of all of this, right? So maybe you just
no. But I do the green beans from Din Tai Fung, the garlic green beans, definitely. And then I'd probably do like some potatoes au gratin or like some mac and cheese. Just load the cheese and the cream in there. I'm gonna have to be taken out in a wheelbarrow.
So maybe we do potatoes au gratin with mac and cheese mixed together, like it's kind of layered, like casserole style.
Yeah, F it up. Let's go.
Potato and mac casserole. That's what we're gonna call that. Holy cow!
And some like Hong Kong style fried rice too, with some pork belly in there, just for good measure.
Hong Kong fried rice. All right, man. All right, we gotta put a lid on this before. I mean, the kitchen just absolutely revolts. So, what are you gonna do for your dessert?
Okay, I'm a pumpkin fanatic. I have had pumpkin like for my birthday for so many years. Instead of cake, I always liked pumpkin pie. So any pumpkin inspired dessert, I love, like a classic pumpkin pie. I'm such a weirdo. And I don't think there's ever a season where I wouldn't enjoy pumpkin pie. And I just love pie in general. So I think a selection of pies and ice cream. So like blueberry pie, mixed berry pie. I've come around on cherry pie. I really like cherry pie now. I didn't like it when I was younger, and now it's just, I don't know, it's one of my go-tos. So I'd say, pie, and then maybe like a nice souffle, just something light.
After all of this,
entire bowl of ice cream with multiple flavors, maybe some sorbet, just palate cleanser, fresh berries. I don't
know. Dude, I am an absolute pumpkin pie fanatic, and like whenever it's my birthday, I get a pie. I don't get a cake. I always get a pie. Like that's.
You're a pie guy as well.
I'm a pie guy. There's not many of us out there.
Are you just saying that? Are you just
no, 100%. And like the new hack my wife's found, because like I like my stuff so spicy that almost like the pumpkin pie, she puts so much spice in there for me that it almost looks like a pecan pie. Like it's like a dark brown. Ooh. And so like my go-to now is like whenever she makes an apple pie, she puts like all the regular apple pie seasoning and stuff in there, but then she'll also put a bunch of pumpkin pie seasoning in there too. And so I get like that kind of a little bit of that kick, that spiciness.
Yeah, nutmeg and cinnamon. Yum, yum.
Yes, dude, it is so good. It is definitely my good. Yeah, so
my grandma used to put Red Hots in her applesauce. So it would be like a spicy applesauce. Dude, I'm like, I feel like as soon as you said that, I was like, I got goosebumps. I'm like, you got to try that. Look at that. You can't fake that. Do that. Those are genuine goosebumps.
Applesauce with Red Hot. Applesauce. I'm writing it down.
It's killer, honestly. That just reminds me. I'm like, God, I got to have that again. I need some more Red 5 and Red 40 in my life.
I'm going to live forever, and I'm mostly doing it through preservatives. I don't know about you.
Yeah, absolutely. Preserving myself from the inside out.
All right. Well, let me read this novella I put together back, because I don't like I always say, I don't want the kitchen getting blamed for my mistakes. So let's make sure we get this right.
I always repeat back the order. Smart.
All right, so we're doing sparkling water, no ice, and as a matter of fact, I've had all the ice machines removed from the restaurant. We don't need no mishaps here. We're gonna do a mezcal Negroni. What kind of glass? Some people are like very sensory specific. They want something to feel away, look away.
It comes in like an old fashioned glass. Yeah, I like something nice, good little texture to the glass, and one big cube.
One big cube, like a square cube, round cube. What are you interested in?
Square cube's fine, but if you got the little press and you want to make the round cube, cool, get after it.
Absolutely. Our bartender loves doing that. Believe it or not, that's like one of his favorite things. So
okay.
We got him in on that.
Thanks, Barkeep.
For sure, man. I'll pass it on. We've also doing a milkshake. We're doing a good, I'm gonna say vanilla bean milkshake. You see a little specks in there with a little bit of malt.
Yes, absolutely. And, Madagascar vanilla specifically.
Madagascar. Oh, sorry. Let me make a little adjustment here. Madagascar, because we absolutely have that. And I'm going to put a cherry on top, but whenever you pick up your milkshake, you're going to discover that right behind it, I have another little bowl of maraschino cherries right there ready for you.
Well, I want amarena cherries, though, not maraschino.
Oh, amarena. See, this is why we do this. Amarena.
I'm so pretentious. I'm just letting it show today.
Just let it go, brother. Let it all out. Then we're going to do a root beer, really anything but mug. And just to surprise you, I'm gonna. Well, I mean, it's gonna come in obviously like a frosted glass. And we have table technology where it stays frosted. You just need to put it down on the surface.
Oh, I like that.
But I'm going to surprise you by switching out the brand every time I get you a new one. So you never know what's going to come at you.
Okay, I love that. Yeah, I love that.
We'll do a blind taste test. You could pick out which one's your favorite at the end. All right. Now that we are absolutely hydrated, and by the way, I'm going to put you near the. I'm just. now that I've realized what's going down, I'm going to put you near the bathroom, right? Not like so close that it's bothersome, but evidently you're going to have to make frequent
accessibility
trips.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've got 2 herniated discs. I make frequent trips already, man. So yeah, I got to be close.
All right. Then we're going to do prosciutto and melon. This is appetizer, by the way. We're going to do the sugarfish, tuna and citrus, and then let's see if I can remember how to pronounce it. Ama ibi in papillote.
That's close. Yeah, I'm an Ebby and papillote.
All right, I'm an Ebby and papillote. All right, so we're going to do that. Moving on, we are doing a nice beet salad with a citrus vinaigrette, or actually, it's a broken beet salad.
Broken beet salad. They freeze them with nitrogen and break them with a hammer, so they have like a broken
That's
texture.
what that means. Wild, dude. That's cool. I mean, but I knew that. Obviously, I knew that.
Obviously,
we do
yeah.
Here. Yeah. It surprises me every time I hear it. It's such a fascinating process. We're going to do a nice French onion soup. That sounds like comfort food to me. Like a nice, big one. Yeah, I'm feeling that.
Extra Gruyere. Yum, yum.
Then we're doing Lindsay's bread, and she's making that in the Dutch oven. We actually... Believe it or not, we got her in the back. She's doing just a little guest appearance. She's maybe taste testing, making sure everything's just right for you. And then I believe the butter we have is a Bermont. Is that correct?
That's correct.
We got that sorted. All right, for dinner we're doing. And actually, when you're talking about grandma's lasagna, would you like the restaurant to appear as if it's your childhood home? So you're like sitting down. We got a little tray table. Is that what you want, or
no?
What are you feeling?
No, I want to be transported to your restaurant. I want it to. I want like nice dim lighting. I want big booths, and I want to people watch, and I want to decide what everybody else is up to, and make up scenarios for the other diners.
For sure. And
that's my entertainment.
Something's fun for me too is sometimes when you're kind of situated by the pickup window, so you can just take a look at everybody's food as it passes by.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't even mind sitting at the bar too. I love to just watch everybody making it happen.
All right, man. Well, it's taster's choice. It's like whatever you're feeling in the moment. Like we can literally transport all of your food wherever you want to be. So we'll just look for you whenever we come back out, and we'll situate you there. But we're doing grandma's lasagna. We are doing Aunt Sue's ribs.
Oh yeah.
We are going to be doing, is it Renage curry?
Oh, it's called
Panang curry.
Oh, I do love Panang curry as well, but Panang Nua is what it's called.
Panang Nua.
Yeah, Nua. It's like a peanut-based curry. It's very spicy, and they do it with like little short rib, and then you get like this roti, which is like a fried naan bread, kind of similar to that. It's so good.
Oh, rock and roll, man.
I want that. I want it right now.
Thank God I just ate. Like, it's usually problematic if I don't. And then we're going to do a ramen, like a nice ramen to go with that. All right.
Nice tonkatsu ramen. Yeah, absolutely.
Tonkatsu. Yeah. And then we are doing some green beans. No, garlic green beans that we're going to be doing.
From Din Tai Fung, specifically.
From Din Tai Fung.
I don't know if you know what that is. Where do you live? You're in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, probably no Din Tai Fungs in Texas.
No, there's no Din Tai Fung. At least I haven't interfaced with one. Perhaps there is one. I just need to find it. But then we are doing our potato and mac and cheese casserole.
Nice.
Layer. I'd like it. Are you into it when they like throw it under the broiler, kind of crisp at the top?
Yeah, crisp it up. Give me some crunchies, put some panko on top or something. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I didn't want to necessarily jump to panko because that's not everybody's thing, but I mean, it definitely works for me.
Oh, it's my thing, Greg. It's my thing.
All right, we're doing some Hong Kong fried rice as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That means it has flying fish roe in it to give it like a pop of salt rather than just being overly salty.
Bro.
Do a little lapsiang sausage, some asparagus tips, maybe throw in some crispy pork belly. Let's go.
All right. So is this like part of your thing where you just like, can I pay you to take me around and show me to different restaurants? And
absolutely, man. People have asked me, they're like, do you do restaurant tours? Like, can you just bring us around town? 100%. As long as you're paying, I'm doing the tour. Let's go.
All right, we're in. Like I talked to a guy who does pizza tours in New York, and I was like, that's brilliant. Like I don't even have to think about it because there's too much to choose from. Now, if I got a guy out in, I mean, I'm taking it you're in kind of like LA, right?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles, in Hollywood.
Yeah. Yep. All right, rock and roll, man. I got a guy for everything now. Closing it out, we're doing pumpkin pie. I don't know if do you like a little extra spice because I can make it a little spicier.
Sure, I'll try your little spice. I've never met a pumpkin pie that I like. So
you know what, brother? I haven't either. I will even stoop to getting the store bought occasionally. And
Oh, dude, Costco pumpkin pies are my jam. I don't know if you know anything about me, but I love Costco. So,
well, I know that now. I know that now for sure. All right, then we're gonna do. I'm gonna call it the medley. We're gonna do a blueberry, mixed berry. We're gonna be cherry. Then we've got a souffle, and we have applesauce with red hots. That's still breaking my brain, by the way.
okay, there we go. Yeah, throw that in there too. I love it.
All right. Well, do you do like a palate cleanser there? You could do like a coffee and espresso or anything like that?
Or like a little intermezzo. Have like a little piece of sorbet for some intermezzo, and then yeah, I'll definitely finish with like an espresso or a latte or something, or a cappuccino.
All right. Well,
to be honest, I'd probably have like an after dinner drink. I would have like I'd have a whiskey, or I would have like a port, or like a Tokai or something, which is a Hungarian dessert wine. It's delicious.
All right, rock and roll. You know what? I'll ask our sommelier. Like, what does he recommend after all of this?
Send him on over. Let's go. I want to chat.
He usually does a pretty good job. All right, man. Does it sound like we got it all down?
I think so. Are you warmed up? I'm warmed up. I'm ready to blast, baby. Let's go.
All right, Jace. Well, thank you for joining me in the fancy restaurant today.
Hey, thanks for having me. This was probably one of the best meals I've ever had in my life.